It's time to use our Geass. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got an interesting one for you today. We went back and we decided to revisit the classics, revisit the golden age. We're starting off with Code Geass Season 1. Of course, it's been recommended by everyone in the community a shitload of times. I don't know how many like top 5 videos I can watch where Code Geass isn't in that 5. It's crazy. It's astounding almost. So we said, you know what? We've seen Ava, its peak. You went off, watched Full Metal Alchemist. You said that was peak as well.
In most cases, yes.
I'm yet to see Cowboy Bebop. You've seen it.
It's
We've seen
peak,
most.
but it depends.
It's not as good.
It's
No.
a compilation of short stories, and some of the short stories aren't as good as the others.
What are peak of? Well, JJK of course, but that's more
Vinland Saga
new
peak.
gen.
Vinland Saga
Oh,
is
peak.
peak. Vinland
But
Saga is peak.
this is all new gen. We're talking about the oldies but goldies, you know?
Yeah, we haven't seen enough old peak.
No, we actually haven't seen enough old peak. Just thinking about it now. But I digress. First of the series, Code Geass. We're starting off with season 1. We both know it's good. Question is it peak? What do you reckon?
I think Codegeass has multiple peak moments, and I think it's truly a show which you hear this all the time in anime. You know, oh, just get past this episode, just get past this moment, and it's good, and it's amazing, it's this and that. And Codegeass starts off good. It doesn't start off shit. It starts off pretty good. But I genuinely would say you get to like episode 12, and you're like, oh, I see what it's about. Because this show, the second half of the season trumps the first half by a country mile. I mean, it's not even close.
By a landslide. I think the last 8 episodes of this season, like you could throw the rest of the season. You could throw out, like, what was it, 25 eps? You could throw the first 17 eps, and you could just have the last 8 eps, and you think, wow, that's peak.
I think what Codegeass does well is having the different factions. So I think I think what it struggles at the start is trying to establish all the different political factions, the different characters, some important, some not important, and it does really well to keep in touch with them. The episode doesn't always need to focus on Cornelia or Euphemia, but you might get a scene or two with them. You might get a scene or two with Suzaku and Lloyd and Cecile and this and that. But for me, I think if we're talking about the first couple of eps, I was confused by a lot of things. Firstly, and this is something that the show does that I'm not a fan of, is a lead up to this like intense moment. The episode will end, and the next episode will be like multiple scenes later, and you won't know what has happened until like the middle of that episode. And then you're just confused, So I felt pretty confused by Lelouch's backstory and Suzaku's for, I'd say, the first 6 episodes. Because they don't really explain it, but they're not making it that much of a mystery, Like, he's like an exile, but you don't really know why. Like, why is he so clever? And his relationship with Suzaku, I thought him and Suzaku were brothers for the longest time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they never say friend or this or that. I thought they were just brothers that hadn't seen each other for a long time,
But
they talk how they were raised by
technically,
the
they
same...
grew up together.
Yeah.
Like, they were raised together. That was, like, the thing.
Yeah.
So...
But then you later learn that he also interacted with, Euphemia and Cornelia and all these others. So it's like, when did he have the time to interact with all these guys?
So when did this happen? No, I will say that I knew from the start that they weren't brothers. Like, I knew that from the start. Now, I knew they were, like, childhood best friends, because they do mention it, like, oh, he's my friend,
Yeah.
You're like, all right, fair enough. Now, what I will say is, I hate the fact that it's, like, being slowly revealed that more and more people knew Lady Marianne, so Lelouch's mother. It's like, oh, I knew Lady Marianne. Lady Marianne this, Lady Marianne... And you're like, if she was this, like, popular amongst the Britannians, you'd think they'd kind of bring her up sooner.
Yes, when they were mentioning Lady Marianne, I know that was his mom until, like, the last episode.
Oh, really?
Well, I thought Lady Marianne was the myth. Like, the myth. I didn't know that was his mom.
No, that's his mother. Yeah,
I didn't realize she was the Flash.
yeah. She was Lady Marianne. I like that. Like I do understand. I appreciate them bringing in characters who also had like affiliations with Lady Marianne. Like I do understand that,
Yeah.
but I think it should have been like maybe from. They could have mentioned it in like episode 1 or 2. Like, oh, the death of Lady Marianne still sits in my mind. They could have had the whole Yuffie and Cornelia in the garden scene
Yeah.
earlier. And
Yes.
that would have
Yeah.
made so much more sense for
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
plot.
Hmm.
That would have, and it also would have kickstarted the whole like, does Lelouch really want to take on his family? Does he really want to kill his family?
Yeah.
Honestly speaking, they could have had it the episode after Clovis's death,
Episode 3.
episode 3 or episode 4. They could have done it then. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that is the strongest element of the show. I think it does take a while to get in because I think another while we're discussing with issues with the show, I think for me, I don't like that it's a bit finicky with mysteries, where I think it'll part of the show wants you to pay really close attention or really pay attention to Jeremiah and Valletta and Dalton, what happened to Dalton, and that's really cool. But so you feel like, oh, this is like Game of Thrones, you want to watch everything. But then you're watching C2 do things, and you're like, how is she constantly bailing him out? How is she doing this or that?
Yeah.
Why can't they see her in this moment? Why can't they not see her in this moment? I feel like her rules are all over the shop, and they don't explain it on purpose. They're like, oh, she has a contract with him. But they're not even like ambiguous, as in like, why is she following him? Does she want him to turn evil or to turn good? Does she want to do the Britannian Empire? What does she want to do? We have not a single inclination. And that's for me, I'm sitting there going, it's a character who, for like the first 10 episodes, seems aimless. She's walking around eating pizza all day. So so she doesn't care. And then she's helping him. So I'm like, why does she care? Well, she has a contract, but what does that mean? They never say. Season 1, the entire season 1, they never mention, they never elaborate anything more about the contract, which to me, I think that's pretty crazy.
I think. See, also my issue with C2 is that they never really explained her power set enough
No, it makes no.
so
They
that
never
you
do.
can so that you can kind of add the layer of mystery.
No.
See, there's the smart way of doing it, which is adding a layer of mystery. So she could explain her powers. And then you could have a layer of mystery of like, did she tell Lelouch everything? You know? But in Codegeass, they just kind of have C2 look like a schizo. Like she's there talking to herself. She's invisible half the time. She just fucks around eating pizza. And all of a sudden she locks back in. She's like, oh, Mao is just some guy. He stalked me. Never said, oh, actually, I raised Mao for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, like, she wants to keep something secret or it's not relevant. But then it doesn't make her look like that. It doesn't make her feel like a real character, more like a tool. Feels like
Yeah.
just like a tool for
I think
Lelouch to
I
use the
think
entire time.
I think before Mao comes in, I didn't care a lick about C2.
I thought she was kind of useless,
Yeah.
She was just kind of like she was there, and it was kind of like a trump card to use because she
Yeah.
kind of has like the same physique as Lelouch, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like she could pull off
The Zero.
the zero, and you're like, okay, yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
but a lot of characters in the show have the same physique as Lelouch.
Yeah, yeah.
Apart
I
from
think
like,
that's kind. I think that's kind of the point, though,
hmm
that like anybody can be zero,
yeah, yeah,
but only Lelouch can be zero, if that makes sense.
yeah. And I think that's when everything starts coming into effect. Well, after episode 10, when you have the insurgency really kicking in, when you see what Zero kind of really feels about them, and then you get, when I think when Cornelia comes in, that's when the show is like, oh, okay, here we go, Cornelia
I
arrives.
I would
And,
personally say when Schneisel came in, I feel like that's when
what,
everything started
yeah, but
kicking off.
Schneisel, when Schneisel comes in, it's peak. But I'm saying when it starts getting like really good.
Oh, when it starts heating up.
Yeah,
Okay,
like it
okay, I
starts.
get you.
Cornelia comes in, and you're like, okay, and you feel me, and it's getting really interesting. When Schneisel comes in, like that's already past, man. When Schneisel comes in, you're already on the hype train. You're going, oh damn, this fucking Schneisel's here, and you see him with the mech, and he just deletes like them on the island. That was like wow. And that and the following episode, well, when I was, it was because Mao was 2 episodes ago, and it's Mao when he has the scene with Suzaku, where it's revealed that Suzaku kills his dad. That is like
yeah.
wow. That for me, that was when the show clicked, and it's like okay, this is great. We're getting somewhere. Because what I like, the show always had a good story. The story was always good from the start. For me, it was the characters that weren't that interesting. Particularly Lelouch, I felt for the first 6 episodes was really like, I'm a genius, I'm smarter than everybody, I don't care about anything. Like, he was so callous. He's like Sherlock Holmes. And so I'm like, oh, I don't really care. And then Colin
I
was
actually
just,
felt it was more like a light Yagami. That's what it felt
yeah,
like to
no,
me.
yeah, it was really like light.
It was like light without L, and you're like,
Yeah,
what's the point of this? You know?
yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
And then when you start dealing with, with I always call it Lewis Shirley. That's in everything. When you start to come together with him, when Suzaku deals with his father and Mao, that's when everything really comes together. And like these characters really form. And then Cornelia comes in and has to deal with Euphemia, and vice versa. I think, oh Jesus, that scared me. And when they're all interacting with each other, and that's where the show really picks up. And then it just maintains that momentum. I think that's what the show does really well. Once it gets going, it doesn't stop, I think this is an issue with Full Metal Alchemist. It gets going. You have about like 8 amazing episodes, and then it dies down for 2. And you're kind of like, what? Like, it really just stops. This show gains momentum and does not let up. And that's what I think contributes to the peakness of it.
Yeah, I feel like definitely, like, I feel like even the issues we have, I feel like a lot of people can ignore and skip.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I'm being too critical because I've seen so many good things before.
Yeah,
Like,
but
don't get me wrong.
we're trying to hold this up,
I would never say the show goes cold.
No.
I would never say the show goes cold. I think the show was on a low simmer for a while, and I do think it does go back to that. I won't lie. Like you said, it keeps on going, peak, peak, peak. But I think that's only the final 5 episodes.
Well, no,
of
I
the
think
season.
I think when you have Mao, you have 1 or 2 episodes of downtime, but then ever since then it only goes rises because you have the hotel episode, and then it leads to the island, into Schneisel, into Euphemia, into everything else.
Oh
Like,
no, I think the island episode was good. I think it was a slowdown period though.
well, it was,
I think it was. I think it was a simmer down.
but that was one, like, it was one episode of them chatting, and then straight back into like them murdering each other. Like,
Yeah.
I think most anime would have that be longer.
Yeah, that would
And
almost be a little mini arc in itself. And,
And
you're
it
like,
was,
"Oh,
and it
come
was
on."
really good to explore, particularly for Colin's sake. I think Colin's a really underbaked character at certain moments of the show, and in most
A very gullible character as well. Like it's almost like they just writ her to be like a 2D almost character. Like she has no like logic. She has no meaning. She has no, what do you say, morals or any like. It doesn't feel like she has much thoughts of her own. It feels like everything is projected onto her,
I feel
which
like
kind of like, I don't know. Like when you're watching like, well, I think we should just get onto like the final few scenes of season 1.
yeah,
What do you reckon?
yeah.
Right. So when you get onto the final few, like we should say the final episode of season 1, you have the big reveal at the end, which I feel is important for Colin's character. You know, Lelouch is revealed.
Yeah.
You have Suzaku, who, like, he knew in the back of his head,
Yeah.
but he didn't want to admit it to himself, which I think is the right way to go about it.
Oh, yeah,
like I think
100%.
that's the right way to write Suzaku.
Yeah.
That's perfect, you know. But then you have Colin like falls on the floor and she's like, "No, it can't be." What do you mean it can't be?
You sussed him out for the first like 5 episodes.
Yeah, exactly. If anything, it should have been the other way around.
Yeah.
And she should have been like, "Fuck, I knew it was him." You had the whole Shinjuku point.
Yeah. They talked about
Which is what
Shinjuku
I don't
for a
get.
while.
Yeah. So it was like, what does he know about Shinjuku? What does he know about this? What does he know about that? And you're like, okay, maybe she's sussed it. No, she hasn't. What do you mean?
Yeah,
And
I
she's like,
think
she literally knows people who have been Geassed as well. She knows Shirley's been Geassed. She doesn't question it.
the only thing what they should have done is I think they should have lent more into her love in Zero effectively. Because they're clearly teased. She clearly
Yeah,
loves
yeah,
him. But
they definitely
I think,
should have leaned into it.
I think if she was more like, she was like more devoted to him and a bit more, like she might have a like. I love a scene where she's like, wait, like she almost thinks it's a Lelouch, but it's like that's not possible. Like Zero's way too smart. He's way too clever. Zero's the goat. You know what I mean? And then when it's the end, and she's like it cannot be. I love Zero. I don't like Lelouch. You know what I mean?
I would have liked it to be a case that Lelouch could have done something awful to Colin. I think that would have made more sense to like throw Colin off his trail or something like that. He could have just been like, he could have been openly like, what would you say?
Getting Rashid.
No, no, like openly like racist or something. Like, oh, I hate 11s. Oh,
Yeah.
disgusting 11s. You know, like spit on the
Yeah,
ground kind of thing.
No, he
Like,
did the
oh,
opposite though. He did the opposite. He helped a guy in front of it.
no, no, that was in front of
That's
Shirley.
but still.
They could have rewrote that scene and they could
Yeah.
have had like, I don't know, like you see like perfect example right now. How they would have treated Colin's mother. How they would have treated Colin's mother. So you know with the refrain,
Yeah.
they could have had a situation where like they're in the class talking about refrain or something like that, or they're talking about like the use of illegal drugs between 11s and stuff. And you have a lot of characters who are Britannians and they hate the 11s, like Nina, for example. You could have had like Colin and Nina like discussing this, and Lelouch being like, he could have like spoke up in class and said, "Well, I say just let them use it. You know,
Yeah.
they're only going to hurt themselves. I think, if anything, we should administer refrain to all the 11s since they want to go back to being Japanese so much." And then Callum be like absolutely like horrified by him, but she can't say anything.
Yeah.
Her be like, "Oh, like what the fuck's that Lelouch guy on? Like I can't believe him. I can't believe he'd say something so disgusting. Like her mother's just died."
Yeah.
Then you have the reveal, and you're like, "Oh fuck, this guy doesn't give a shit, man. He doesn't care." Bang. That's how you write that scene. That's why you could have, like what you said, the love and obsession for Zero. Zero leans into her love and obsession, makes her do more and more stuff.
Oh wait,
Then
wait, Roman's in the chat. Oh, he's bringing this up again. Yeah, we talked about it, but he's saying how that he threw Colin off the trail like earlier on with the whole Shinjuku thing.
how did he throw her off the trail, bro?
She
How
just
did he
forgot.
do it? But like, how does one like not become sussed by this? Just so, like, because she was still sussed, but she was like, that Lelouch guy knows nothing. He's just a bum. He's just a bum Britannian, I guess.
He's never shown up to class, and neither is Suzaku and this and that. Oh, he means like
All three
that. It was a one hot dog stand scene, but like, come on, like that's not no.
No, you can't give that as the reason for like what like if you think about it for a second, Lelouch came up to her on some funny business and just said, "I order you to forget about Shinjuku." What? Of course she's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, oh, I don't know.
Look, I think I think Colin's fine, but she's clearly. If she was more of a side character, I'd have no issue. But the fact that she was there in the final three, you know.
Look, if she was more like D-Thard or more like Ogie or something, I'd be
I
like,
think
yeah,
Detard,
fine.
but I think Detard is just like Detard is a perfect. I think he's a perfect side character
D-Thard is a perfect side
because
character. Yeah, perfect.
he's got strong motivations. He's got strong character, personality, and he like he just every scene that he's in, he works. Whether he's clashing with Todo or helping like Lelouch or whatever, every scene that he's in, he just is so good, and you know what he's about, and that's it. You know what I mean? And if there's a
But like
mission,
that, he's a side character with clear goals and
yeah,
intentions as well. Like you can actually see what he's aiming towards,
yeah,
and you can see what he sees, and you're like, shit, this is how it should be. So just like baseless, mindless characters. You're like anybody could be. This is the problem. Anybody could be the Callan character. Anybody.
yeah.
They could have had fucking like, I don't know, fucking what's his name? The goofy blue haired guy.
No, Revolt.
They could have had him as the Callan character,
Revolt's
and it wouldn't
blown.
have made any difference to the story. They could have just had him. Fucking. I order you to man the Gurn Mark II and to kill Cody. Sir, yes, sir. He'd say some goofy ass shit like that, man. He'd actually be overjoyed. He'd be like fucking yipping, man.
I think Revolt is the prime example of a poor side character, where, you know, obviously like I'm not saying every side character needs to be important, but you compare Detard and Ogi and Todo to Revolt, you know, who's been there since episode 1. It's like basically scene 1, episode 1. That guy's just a bit of a clown.
I don't know. I have problems with the entire student council. I think you can wipe them all off the face of the earth.
Well,
I fucking hate how in the final ep they decide to go out and start fucking with the trap they set for Suzaku. Why? You're kids. You ain't got a weapon.
Yeah, but they
bummy Black Knights were watching them.
Tamaki was ready to execute them. Tamaki was there, like, ready to blow their heads.
Man. He actually would have made the show 10 times better if he had just killed them, man. Just get rid of them. Also, all that bullshit with like Lloyd and the student council person. What the fuck is that, man? The Lord of Pudding wants a 16-year-old.
I mean,
but that's just so weird, man. It's just so weird.
Well, I assume it's part of like the royal family, him marrying Ashford's. But I think like obviously Millie and Revolt and Shirley has that amazing arc and then goes back to not doing much.
Yeah, like I can understand Shirley not doing anything, but when they wrote Shirley out of the show, they should have just kept the student counts out. Like, I understand having them here or there for like 1 or 2 little bits. I thought that like Euphemia turn in the student Faraday, I thought that was fine. I thought that was perfect. That's all you need them side characters for. I don't need to be checking back in with them every 30 seconds.
I mean, them being as
hostage. I hate that in the first 10 eps.
Yeah, I think it's something that you just kind of have to get to, and it's not an issue later on. 100% no. I think Nina is the prime example of a perfect student perfect. The peak of the student council.
No.
Because from the start, you can tell something's up with her from the start. Whether it's
I genuinely think she's the worst student councilman. I think
she's the best because she clearly has shown a fear of 11 from the start.
Gunnar
Oppenheimer is peak, or just normal Oppenheimer, I guess.
What? Like, number one, why is there a character like Nina in the show? That's the first. Why? What purpose does she serve? None.
Well, no, she's
nothing.
No. Wait, what do you mean nothing? No. I'm not gonna take this Nina slander here.
She does not. There's absolutely no reason to have a Nina character.
She shows the fear of 11s through like a normal person's eyes, which you don't see.
Oh my god, you can have that for any character.
Yes, but it works with
any character.
Yeah, but it needs to be
they
someone
could just give that off to Rivals or something. Or they can give
but
it off
we don't
to
care
Shirley.
about Rivals. We don't care about Rivals. It's much better when it's.
Why do we care about Nina, bro?
This is why we care about.
Why could they not just give that off to Shirley?
Because
Shirley could have been scared of 11s. Fuck it, like. They don't need it. They don't need fucking Oppenheimer, man. They don't need Guggenheimer.
I disagree. I think Guggenheimer is peak.
Guggenheimer does not work, bro.
I think Guggenheimer works. I think Guggenheimer works. I think it's a character. Listen,
how does she have the equipment and facilities to make a plutonium bomb?
Lloyd gave her, and she's a genius.
Fucking Lloyd, man, the Lord of Pudding says,
yeah, I actually hate that.
Scientific grade plutonium to a child.
I do hate that, the nickname, though, the Lord of Pudding. I don't like that.
Lloyd, man.
I think
what a goofball, man. What a clown, man.
I think I'm trying to think of others. Like, Toto's cool, and I like how he wasn't able to lead the battle at the end. I really like that.
Yeah, no, I thought that was good. I thought it was. I like the fact that they understand that they need Zero. I like that. I hate the fact he just leaves without giving it orders. He could have just said frontal press, everyone go, and then fucked off. I also hate the fact that I don't like the fact that he's just like completely like he's cooked. Todo's like, I don't know what to do. What do you mean you don't know what to do, bro? You fought against the Britannians before. You clearly had like they were clearly winning.
Yeah.
In episode 23, 24, they were clearly winning. Like one of the techiest moves I've ever seen. This fucker pulls out, man. And like when you think about it, it's so fucking clever, but so good. Him Geassing all the operators
Yeah, no,
to
that was
pull
good.
down the barriers
Yeah.
leading into Tokyo. And like that, as any normal army would, Cornelia and her troops thought they had the high ground position and on earthquake-proof platforms too. So they thought we're fucking cooking here. We're just gonna fucking take them out. All of a sudden, midnight comes, bang, everything destroyed. Half their forces wiped out. You're like, wow, this is peak. Yet Todo still can't take. Man, it's like
We're just saying,
it's like Haaland bagging a hat trick. You bring on Marmouche, and Marmouche is like, I don't know what to do up top. I don't know what to do up top, man.
Look,
and you're like, bro, you're one guy. Sit out the win. You don't have to do anything.
and Roman's saying that they did say that Toro didn't have the complete picture of the battlefield, which is why he couldn't take command. I like that he couldn't take command. I think
I like that he couldn't take command, but he like they could have just said, "Come on, everyone attack, everyone push in for this final moment,"
and then they lose.
Then he could have fucked off.
Yeah. I do find it funny how Guildford locked in. I thought Guildford was cooked. I know he was dead.
No. That's what I was telling you. Guildford, my knight, he locks in, man.
Every time I see him, I'm thinking he's gonna die. He's like, Cornelia, please step back. I must protect you.
No, I knew Guildford had a number. He's a dog.
I mean, he's such a character that like Dalton. Like Dalton's that was cool. I thought Guildford would die as well.
Yeah,
I'm glad he didn't die. No, I'm not saying he should have died. I'm just saying it was a cool surprise, and I loved I did have one thing I thought was a bit funny. So Violetta gets her memory back. She shoots Ogie, which is great. My one question is, I hope Ogie's dead, because if he's alive, I'm kind of like.
No. I think they'll keep him.
Well, I mean, I assume they're gonna say, "Oh, she loved him too much to kill him," but like they didn't show that remorse. She just shoots him.
They shot him in the kidney, like.
Yeah, but my point.
No, what my guess is he'll retire from the Black Knights. Like he's done with that.
My point is, there's two things you can show. If you want to show, hey, she couldn't kill him because she's part of him, still loves him. What they should have had is she shoots him once and he's on the ground and she has the gun on his head and she just leaves him.
Yeah.
Or if you want to show her she's cold-blooded killer, just have him shoot him in the head. Like, she's this, Knight of Honor. I don't understand why she just shot him in the gut and left. That's something, like, I don't know, that's something that a rookie would do, not her,
Yeah, maybe she did just want to keep him alive, but she also had to, like, swear her fealty, like she... I don't know. It's just... I didn't like that, actually. I didn't like the way she just suddenly, like, switched. Like, she got attacked by the 11s. It's like, oh, the Brit Babe is in here. She just suddenly switches.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't, like, why did like, why did she gain her memory back? And then she knows it's Lelouch Lamperouge. Like, I like what it does for the story. I don't like how it occurred.
No, I don't like how she kind of has, like, a MacGuffin moment, gets all her memories back, kills the 11s, and then, like, suddenly becomes, like, I don't know, hell-bent on destroying Lelouch. I think it would have been better if she started piecing her memories together slowly with Ogie. And then she comes to realize that, she's actually Britannian. She comes to realize that she's actually, sworn to defeat the Black Knights. And then her final, like, image, let's just say, like, you have, like, the 11s break in. Her final image in her head before she gets knocked out is Lelouch. She's like, fuck, I know what I need to do when she wakes up, like.
Yeah.
That could have been it. And then she's fully back, I don't like the way it's like a sudden switch. Yeah. And then you see, like, a bloody kitchen and the door open.
Yeah. I think I think Jeremiah's one has done much better.
Oh, Jeremiah's one. Now, that is probably it's one of the funniest Easter eggs I've ever seen a show do.
Mm.
And I told you about it as well.
Yeah.
I just thought it was so well done and so creative. So basically, for those who don't remember, because it is like it's a small detail, but it's very good. Prince Schneisel is talking to one of the lead scientists, the people who are keeping Orange Boy Jeremiah, and they're like, "So how is our test subject doing?" And the scientist is like, "Oh yes, he's looking well. He's healing up nicely. We'll have to take him back to the homeland for more testing."
Mm-hmm.
And you see this orange va with a man in there with half his skull taken over, cyborg like, and the right eye covered. A subtle hint to the fact that it's Jeremiah. And I was like, wow, that's so fucking good. The fact he's in a vat of orange, I was like, holy shit. The thing which destroyed his reputation has now kept him alive and upgraded him. I was like, wow, fucking, that's peak. That's peak right there.
No, he's a great side character, and as I said, strong motivations, knows what he wants, they kill Zero, and it's just cool to see him just do everything. I like Jeremiah a lot. I think he's really cool.
I thought the goofy helicopter he's in is kind of weird.
It's definitely a bit like, how is that? I feel like all mechs have kind of made sense, and then that kind of comes in, and you're like, I try not to think about it, because if I start thinking about it, then.
Do you ever see them hover balls? It's supposed to look like. So. Do you ever see like during?
Wait, the thing where you bounce, we can compress and throw.
No. It kind of does look like
It
that.
is similar to that.
It kind of does look like that, but no, I was thinking more. This looks like. Do you ever see? I forget what tree it's off, but like as kids would call them helicopters.
Sure.
It's like that has the seed and the wings.
Yeah. I know.
And you could throw them in the air. That's kind of what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking, you know what it looks like? Here's a good comparison. It looks like the what's the name of the golden ball in Harry Potter?
The golden snitch.
The snitch. It kind of looks like a snitch. It looks like the snitch flying around. And you're like, what the fuck is this?
It was definitely a cool moment when it comes up and you're like, oh shit, he's packing some heat right there. It is kind of like seemingly big. I think it works.
Actually, we're not even talking about the peakest moment.
No, wait. We're not talking about the peakest moment. We're not yet. We're still critiquing it. I think for me, I hope they don't just get more flying, if you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
Like, I like how when they fight on the ground.
Oh, you like that they're on the ground?
I don't want them to start just flying more and more. Like, I think Lucius thing flying is a bit. I know like how he needs to hold his arms out like a cross, like when the angels, when the angels die in Ava.
That's pretty much what it's like, though.
Yeah, or when Shinji gets hit at the end of Evangelion.
Yeah.
I don't like I don't like how it flies around because it looks very static. It doesn't look when the Lancelot flies. That's cool.
Wait one second.
When the Lucius one flies, it's a bit kind of like it doesn't look that great either because he's just standing with his arms out, just flying around. It's like a PNG moving around, and it looks a bit
right. I'm back.
It looks a bit sus, but I think. Like, so far it's fine. It also is the Hadron cannon is also pretty OP, but I do think I want to go to what I love about predicting the end because obviously all these fights and things is hype, but for me, if I think of what really ties the show together, I think it is Euphemia. I think her kindness and her basically goals and goodness in contrast to Lelouch and how she approached the Japan situation and Suzaku. I think to me that's the heart of the show. And then her subsequent downfall and death is just amazing. And I think that's for me is if I was to say my favourite part of the show, it would be everything with that. Even though like episode 24 and 25 were so peak and so great and like the ending, you're like, what's gonna happen? To me my favourite moment is still the Euphemia moments.
Oh, I think the fact that Euphemia had such high hopes, and I love the twist as well.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about only recently. In episode 22, you have like I want all the Japanese to kill themselves. Please die. You're like, holy fuck. And I think there's this like awkward, like it's almost like unsettling scene
Yeah.
where it's like Lelouch's like, no, no, Yuffie, stop. And she's just like scurrying through the hallways. Oh no, no. You're like, oh please God, no. You're almost kind of praying that Lelouch shoots her. You're like, fuck,
Yeah.
please kill her. Please kill her. She's gonna kill everyone. Then she gets out on stage and you're like, oh, we're so fucked.
Yeah.
You're like, oh
I mean,
no.
when she's like in the stadium with like the assault rifle just gunning people
Dun,
down.
dun, 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 dun. I think even with the plastic gun, it's even more like unnerving.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She just like picks someone out of the crowd and just goes. You see like
Yeah.
the plastic shard just
Yeah.
shoot straight towards him. She's like,
I love.
all Britannian soldiers, please take the time to get rid of all the Japanese people.
All Japanese people, please commit suicide.
Yeah, please die.
I.
You probably don't want to die. Oh, okay. Like, oh my God. Like, what the fuck?
And I love her final scene when she's holding back, like, because you know, like Lily says
Oh,
that she has
how's the safe zone? Is it okay?
yeah, and when
Is
she
it okay? And
she goes to Taku like, are you Japanese? And you're like, no, 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 no.
the eyes go red. You're like, oh my God. If she makes the order right now, he probably has to do it. Like,
He has to kill himself.
Suzaku, please kill yourself. But that completely shifts the whole I want to live, his order.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the fact that like in his head he was doing it for Yuffie and he wants to stay alive to keep Yuffie safe.
Yeah.
But then it's Yuffie telling him to kill him. Like that would have been poetic.
Yeah, but I do love how he's just like everything's fine, everything worked out all well. Japan is good, and she's like, oh, at least I did something good. I was worried, I was nervous, and you're like, damn, she's just.
Right. So what are you thinking? Out of 10, what we giving Geass?
It's hard to say because you can say like the final couple episodes are like 9s, but the initial ones are like 6s, 7s. So, I mean, it's ended so well, and obviously, look, more of the show was better than bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't say it was bad. Like, I can't think of a bad episode because even the cat episode had good scenes, had the Emperor scene. Even though
Me personally, I'm giving the show an 8.7 at the moment.
I was gonna say 8.5.
I think 8.7 is fair. This show before episode 20, I'd say, was a 7.
No, I wouldn't say 7. After Mel and then like the Schneisel and then no, it's definitely higher than 7 after.
That was
20.
good. That was good.
Yeah, but that's
But
really good. It's not 7. 7 is like I don't know.
I
7
thought
is like
the mouse scene was episode 20 though. Was it not? I thought Mel was 20.
Mao.
Yeah, I thought the
Mao was
ending of Mel was
15.
20.
Mao was 12
Mel was
to 15.
Right. We'll say before 15 then.
Yeah.
Before 15. Because yet again, I liked the Mao story. I loved the Mao ending. The Mao ending was like, whoa.
You know,
holy
I
shit.
had issues with certain scenes in Mao, of course. It goes, yeah, see, episode 12 and then 13 was Shirley, and then 14, 15, 16 was Mao.
Okay.
In the Shirley
Right.
moment, you're like, wow.
I'd give it like from 14 then. From 14, like episode 1 to 14, it's 7, maybe a 7.5, coming to the latter point. After that, 9.3. 9.4 even. Fuck. There was a lot of good scenes though.
I think it's. See, I can't say it's a 9 overall just because of. I think 8.7 is fair because I think it's a really good show. To me, the start is weak, and also there's quite a couple of logical inconsistencies that keep on coming back up, in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, there is a good few plot holes in the show. And so at some points it does feel like it's written by a 14-year-old. And somebody who like neglects core logic. Like, for example, we talked about the chess scene before. Holy fuck, man. That is an like it's a really good scene, but in no way, shape, or form is it like anywhere near chess. Like it's supposed to be like these two mega mind characters, you know? And Schneisel still gets checkmated. Like he's checkmated, he's done. That's like the whole point of the scene. Like Schneisel is done, and he just says, "Nah, fuck it. I'ma move my piece up."
Yeah.
What? You're still in check, buddy. You can't do that.
I'm pretty sure. I think you're talking about something that hasn't occurred yet. I think you're talking about a clip.
No, no, this actually happens, man.
No, because I know it because I looked it up and that doesn't happen in season one.
The chess game does happen, man.
He has just came with Mao. He doesn't meet Schneisel.
What?
Wait, how can he meet Schneisel? It's zero. Schneisel hasn't left the fucking thing.
He has met Schneisel.
He hasn't.
I'm almost certain he's
If
met
you
Schneisel.
want, you can Google it, but you'll see that's not in season one. Because you would
Oh,
tell.
fuck. I'm thinking of Mao, sorry. No, I'm thinking of Schneisel. No, I'm thinking of Schneisel.
You can look it up. You're thinking of a clip because you told me about this before, and I was like, this never happened. And Roman's confirming this. Yeah, Roman's
shit.
saying this season because you were telling me this. I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about.
Damn, like that's like some proper hay fever, that is.
I don't know how you'd watch that.
I don't even know how I watch it either. This is like fever dream almost.
Roman said you spoil yourself.
God damn it. God damn it.
No. I mean,
can't
look, it's not.
believe it.
I wouldn't say it's a big spoiler.
I know it's not a big spoiler, but I was so sure that it happened that now I'm actually kind of upset that it hasn't. God damn it.
I mean, you could argue that the logical inconsistencies continue into season 2.
That's true. That's true. Anyway, right. It's time for me to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the chess is the big logical inconsistencies, but overall, it is a good show, and I think we will definitely be talking about season 2 when the time comes.
Of course. With that, folks, thanks once again. We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, a bit of a short one today. See you.